Hello friends, my name is Ryan, and today I'm going to tell you a story named The Central Park 5, A Miscarriage of Justice in New York, which is a very amazing story full of twists. So let's start. On the evening of April 19, 1989, a dark cloud of fear and uncertainty descended upon New York City. The streets buzzed with whispers of a brutal crime that had rocked the city's very core. Central Park, usually a haven of peace and relaxation, had become the scene of a horrifying assault on a woman who was out for a jog. But this was no ordinary crime. This was a story that would forever change the lives of 5 young boys whose only crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, what happened next? Let me tell you, it wasn't what it seemed. The police were quick to make arrests, and it didn't take long for the media to latch onto a story that would ignite the flames of anger and injustice. 5 teenagers, all of them Black or Latino, were taken into custody. They were labeled as the Central Park 5, victims of the system that would soon fail them in the most unimaginable ways. But the twist? None of them were guilty. You see, as the story unraveled, things began to take a sharp turn. These young boys, ages 14 to 16, were coerced into confessions. They were beaten down, tricked, and made to believe they had no choice but to admit to something they never did. Can you imagine that? Being forced to confess to a crime you didn't commit? The police and the public wanted someone to pay, but the truth was buried deep beneath the lies. At trial, there was no physical evidence linking these boys to the crime. In fact, the only evidence they had was a set of coerced confessions that seemed to hold no truth. But the media frenzy, the pressure from society, and the drive for justice led to their conviction. They were sentenced to years in prison for a crime they didn't commit, a miscarriage of justice that would haunt them for decades. But then, just when everyone thought this was the end of the story, a twist that no one saw coming. In 2002, after years of appeals, after the years of fighting for the truth, the real perpetrator of the crime came forward. His name was Matias Reyes, and his confession would finally set the 5 young men free. DNA evidence proved what had always been true: they were innocent. The real criminal had been out there all along, living freely, while these boys had spent years in prison. The Central Park 5 were exonerated, but the damage had already been done. These young men had lost their childhoods, their innocence, and their trust in the system. They had been wronged in ways that words could never fully explain. The story of the Central Park 5 is a reminder of how justice can be twisted, how innocent lives can be torn apart, and how the truth can sometimes take years to surface. It's a story of tragedy, yes, but also one of resilience and strength. These men, now grown, have worked to reclaim their lives, though they will forever carry the scars of the injustice they endured. So, my friends, remember the story of the Central Park 5. And think of the countless others who have suffered in similar ways, whose voices have been silenced by the very system meant to protect them. This story isn't just about 5 boys, but about the dark side of justice, the power of truth, and the importance of standing up for what's right, no matter the cost. If you've enjoyed hearing this incredible, heart-wrenching story, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more tales that will leave you thinking long after you've finished watching. Until next time, take care, and never stop searching for the truth.